We enable a sustainable future. This is the new vision of Reykjavik Energy. It rhymes well what we have been doing in the last 100 years, but now it even tells us even more compelling things that we need to take, because the steps that we are making in the future are even more important than ever before. Yes, we enable a sustainable future. That means we, the amazing, talented, world-class people that I'm so proud of within Reykjavik Energy, the team within the group of companies who are a part of Reykjavik Energy. We enable, in Icelandic, the word aflvaki means even that we are a catalyst of change, catalyst of how we want to move forward and how we want to progress, getting results and being sustainable for the planet, for the climate, for nature, for our owners, for customers, municipalities, and our partners. Yes, and of course the goal where we are heading, where we want to shoot for the moon and have a true loon shots in our strategy. Yes, our vision gives us true purpose, a meaning where we are working towards a goal larger than ourselves. It compels us to think differently, to be leaders in the energy transition, and also to be supporting the next current in energy, where we, with our highly sought after renewable energy, can support new value chains or businesses who are truly decarbonizing industries. Yes, global warming, the world's most important task, where we need to, as decided in COP28, to triple our green, clean, renewable energy and to double the energy efficiency. Yes, this is what we are focusing on in our vision where we are enabling a sustainable future. And we are open for business, for customers who share this vision with us. We at Reykjavik Energy, or Orkuveitan, is with our daughter companies a leading force in the energy transition and development towards a carbon neutral future. We are world class in geothermal. With our companies on power, where we produce and sell electricity, Carfix, and neutral and permanent storage solution by turning CO2 into stone underground. Veitur, distribution of electricity, hot water and cold water, and sewage services, and Reykjavik Fiber Network, which operates fiber optic network. We are a small company in an international comparison, but we have been noticed all over the world for our geothermal power and turning carbon into stone with our amazing company, Carfix. We mostly serve the community around Reykjavik, but most of the people in Iceland live around Reykjavik. So we serve a larger part of people in Iceland, as you can see on this slide. We look at ourselves as a 100-year-old entrepreneur to increase the quality of life of the Icelandic community. I've been doing so over a century. Yes, for the past century, we have been there should be a video playing right now, but it's not coming. But for the past century, we've been pioneers in the development of our district heating geothermal springs, abundant across Iceland. We are not immediately recognized for their potential, however, and few visionary individuals saw beyond their use of bathing, cooking, and laundry, and began to harness their power for heating. In early 19th century, the main use for geothermal hot water was bathing and laundry. Þvottalaugur is where it started in Reykjavik. Our president went back to the 1200s, so we even started earlier, as mentioned. Today, we stand as a testament to the transformative power of geothermal utilization. It was not only played a major role in creating society with high living standard in harsh climate, but it has also enriched our lives in numerous ways. Geothermal water, now a part of our daily lives, is used for heating houses, warming cold water for bathing, and providing us with the joy of relaxing in a hot tub or a swimming pool. I highly recommend to you the experience this in your trip here if you haven't already. In the late 1920s, Reykjavik decided to use its geothermal resources for heating through a 3-kilometer pipeline, and the water was used for schools, hospitals, swimming pools, and 70 private houses. It was commissioned in 1930. Before this revolution, both was what Reykjavik looked like in the 1930s, and Reykjavik used coal for space heating. Both coal and oil were important from abroad. We had coal smog hanging over our capital because of heating the houses was fundamental in the cold climate. The change was political, as the slogan from January 1938 was, "Vote for district heating today." But that's not what all believed. And this was doable or realistic, and they had doubts on the technical feasibility. As one said at that time, "You will never get me to believe that this is feasible, no matter what you can calculate." And this was almost 100 years ago, but it's still a reality in the world today. We need a visionary leadership all over the world. Geothermal, with its base load power, who gives this technology key competence compared to other green energy solutions, both for heating and cooling capabilities. And the world can see how this can be done. We started in the pink areas you can see on this map with the shallow wells, and then expanded and started going deeper and transporting the heated water from our geothermal power plants in stages over the decades. And we achieved 100% geothermal district heating in 1998 here in the capital area. The hot water for district heating is coming from 6 resources or areas. Everything that is green is on this graph is showing our low temperature areas within the city, and then we have built out power plants who came into operation. Our low temperature sources are located close in the capital area, where we have 54 boreholes in 4 locations. And we produce the largest part of our energy from the Hengil volcano, which is the city's backyard, and produces heat and electricity at the same time. 99% of electricity and 40% of our hot water is produced in these power plants. We have developed 2 high-temperature geothermal power projects in the Hengil region, and both projects co-generate electricity and hot water. Nesjavellir, who has 120 megawatts of electricity and 350 megawatts of thermal energy, and Hellisheiði, 303 megawatts of electricity and 210 megawatts of thermal energy. And we are very proud of what we have achieved. This has increased the quality of life, but also saved a lot of money, but also saved 4 times the emission of the Icelandic car fleet every year. So we are proud of the story that we can tell. And the coal smoke has disappeared. And which city would you choose? And the cost for electricity and space heating is significantly lower than in other Nordic capitals, as you can see from this slide. And today, Iceland geothermal energy provides for 90% of space heating and 30% of electricity production. We need partners in our next steps. In geothermal power, our deep drilling project, we are partnering with others who are world-class in this field. And we have to remind us that there is no silver bullet. We need all solutions in this dawn of energy transition the world needs. We are now in our R&D project solving how to mix together low temperature wells with our high temperature wells that will solve many hurdles in the future. We are stepping into solar, wave and wind energy, and we are even developing partners in solar and space. Also developing new financial approaches with banks and partners. We need all solutions to make a real impact. We enable a sustainable future, and thank you.